Ciao, ciao. Don't forget you're still locked up on Harmon, the 94.3 FM. And this is Harmon Kiddos Showtime. And my name is Daniel King. All right, children. I know your fingers are crossed, your eyes are dotted, and you're ready for what is about to play down on the show. So very quickly, the topic we'll be talking about, and let me quickly introduce the segment. It's a new segment on the show, and it is called the Oral Health Clinic. All right, Oral Health Clinic with Daniel King. So this actually will be providing us with information on oral health, particularly from the family perspective, because most of the time we think we think we know. Most of the time we think we know some things. Okay, I know this maybe it's just to take brush and start brushing, scrubbing your teeth and all of it. It's more than that, if you must be honest. So that is why we have packaged this segment. We thought it necessary to have this segment to teach and to expose us, to enlighten us and educate us on our proper oral health. Is that okay? And the topic we will be discussing this very edition is how family or ways family can cultivate oral health culture. So once again, let's make welcome my amiable and amazing guest, Dr. Asika Chukwuma. Sir, just say hi to our listeners again.
Okay, good evening. Hi to everybody. Hi to all our listeners. So my name is Dr. Asika Chukwuma, family dentist. So I'm your host today on the Family Oral Health Show. So thank you very much.
You're amazing guest. I can feel that. So now, as dentist, and I know you've actually had the opportunity to talk about family oral health, particularly as regards the culture, ways to go about things and all of that. I would really like you to just give a background detail and a briefing about what and why family
in the first place.
So preventing putting up preventive measures to avoid going about looking for medications to cure and all of that. So now, sir, what are the ways to cultivate or to build a meaningful family oral health culture? What are the ways?
Okay, so briefly I'm going to talk to us about that. So maybe let me start with a story of something that happened to me in the clinic. One of the days a woman came with a child. So the child had a toothache, a swelling, was in pain, couldn't sleep. So normally as a culture we ask, Mommy, what did you do for your child? So we say, I asked my neighbor. My neighbor said I should put kerosene inside the tooth. So she did that. So I said, okay, Mom, what else did you do? He said, the pain stopped, started again. I said, what else did you do? He said, I asked my other neighbor. He said, make I put fuel inside. He said, and she did that. So the point is this, many people are asking people who are not a professionals about their problems. So I'm trying to come from the standpoint of, because I'm a family dentist, from the standpoint of a specialist, in instruction on what to do concerning our oral health. So concerning our oral health, we've mentioned that we talk with our mouth, we eat with our mouth. So we have to find a way to keep, our mouth and, the association structure in good health. So number one, we have to talk about the toothbrush. So there are materials that we use to take care of our oral health. One is the toothbrush. Number two is the toothpaste. Number three is what we call the dental floss. Then we'll have our glass of clean water. First of all, you start with the toothbrush. Number one, the toothbrush. There are different kinds of toothbrush that we can purchase or we can use based on the strength of the bristles. One is the soft, which is usually for children when they have their milk teeth or the first set of teeth. The second is the medium bristle toothbrush, which is actually the standard kind of toothbrush for us to use. So usually in the market, you see it written, especially on standard companies, it will be inscribed on top. Then the last part of toothbrush, which we called the hard toothbrush or the smoker's toothbrush, usually we advise people not to use that hard brush. Why? Because it causes significant damage to the people's teeth and the gums. So what kind of damage? It wears away the gum and it wears away the teeth. So sometimes people come to the clinic, they say, oh, anytime I take something cold, my teeth will start shocking, or even I take pineapple or something, or a drink, my teeth will start shocking. In fact, to the extent, some people say when there is harmattan or breeze blows, my teeth start shocking. Little wonder they don't even know that it is the hard brush that they were using that is causing it. So for some persons have the excuse that the hard brush is usually very strong. When they use it, they have a feeling that they have brushed, but did not also knowing that the hard brush is damaging their teeth while they are brushing. So the correct standard kind of toothbrush to use is the soft brushes for children, when they have their milk teeth, and the medium bristle toothbrush for the adult. So that's one for the type of brush. So number two, how often are we supposed to brush our teeth? We're supposed to brush our teeth twice daily. Twice daily is supposed to be last thing at night before sleeping and after breakfast in the morning. I said after breakfast. Did you notice most people brush before breakfast? So why? Because most people culturally or in a family setting do not brush before sleeping. So by the time they wake up, their mouth is uncomfortable. The microorganisms have acted upon the food debris. Their mouth becomes sour, so they have to brush. But now when you brush, you not carry the food debris and go to work or go to school. The idea, one of the objectives of toothbrushing is to remove the food debris and to freshen the breath. So the question is, when do we have food debris in the mouth? Is it before you injure your gums? So next on the oral health is concerning the toothpaste. So people ask us as a dentist or ask me as they know what kind of toothpaste should I use. So the recommended kind of toothpaste is any toothpaste that contains fluoride. Fluoridated toothpaste is the best kind of toothpaste to use. So if you just check it contains fluoride, that is ideal. So why fluoride? Fluoride is an element in the toothpaste that, when it contacts the surfaces of the teeth, makes our teeth to be resistant to decay. So any fluoridated toothpaste, that is the ideal kind of toothpaste. Then another important thing concerning our oral health is what we call interdental cleaning. If I ask us, if you have food debris in between our teeth, what do we use? Most people use a toothpick, and some others use a broom, even a needle to remove things. They don't realize that they are damaging the tissues around their teeth. So the standard thing to use is what we call a dental floss. And the dental floss is like a rope that goes in between the teeth to clean it. So it cleanses in between the teeth. So we call that interdental cleaning. So we need dental floss for interdental cleaning, and also to remove food debris that get stuck in between while we are eating. So these are some of the things we can do. So some of other things. So after brushing, we're expected to just rinse our mouth. Just say once. Some persons rinse for many times. We rinse once. Why is that? Because if you rinse so much, the fluoride in the toothpaste, we want you to have a contact time with the surface of the teeth. So we don't expect for us to rinse so much. In fact, some people even advocate that after brushing, you can afford not to rinse your mouth. So that means that the quantity of the toothpaste you should apply on the brush should be very small quantity. In fact, we say a pea-sized quantity of the toothpaste. You place it on your toothbrush while you brush. So after brushing, brush the surfaces of the teeth. You brush your tongue as well. Then you floss. Then you first start with flossing. After flossing, you brush. After flossing, you brush your tongue. Then you rinse. So lastly, I'll tell us a few things that we must avoid after we've taken care of our teeth. Number one, some persons just like chewing bones. They just love it. So we've noticed over time that people who chew a lot of bones wear away the surface of their teeth. So it leads to what we call the teeth wear lesions. So you see their teeth crack. Sometimes they develop sensitivity and all of that. So we try to tell people, if you must eat bone, let it be a very soft one, and don't just develop the habit, because it also has an effect on the teeth. It wears it off over time. Then why some persons use their teeth to open everything, open drinks, and now crack the teeth and break it up. In fact, usually during festive seasons, you see a lot of people coming up with it, even children. So that is not good. That's a very bad habit. Then also the consumption of refined carbohydrates, a lot of chocolate and sweets and all of that. It also has effect on the teeth, because it can cause a decay, what we call dental caries. On the teeth. So these are just an overview of some of the things that we need to do in a family setting to take care of our oral health. And I bet you when we do that, we'll be fine. It's not that we're coming up with pain or swellings and all of that, which are not necessary. So thank you very much.
Wow, this has actually been amazing. Can I get a witness from our listeners in the house? Okay, so if you really want to bear witness to what I just said, to this claim, yes, to this claim, you have 2 phone lines, studio lines to call in case you have questions, you have comments, you have things to say, you have observation, maybe you had a kind of experience. I wouldn't want to say that. I heard someone mention, okay, he started feeling discomfort in his tooth, like in his mouth, and realized that it's about the tooth, all right, one of his teeth. So he had to visit someone somewhere, and the person had to tell him, okay, put something in the water and drink it. Okay, I think drink and use some kind of whitish substance to wash his teeth. And before he knew it, he dropped the same thing back in the water and discovered some worms. And the woman was like, okay, that came out from your teeth, and those are the germs that were disturbing your teeth and all of that. The truth of the matter is, I would still like our doctor, our dentist in the house to talk about that. What do you think, sir? What do you think about
So what causes decay, in the mouth is what we call, so decay is caused by the microorganisms that are in the mouth. And the microorganisms, you can't see them. You can't see them with your eyes. So the microorganisms act on the food that we eat, the refined carbohydrate, turns into an acid, and it causes decay. So for someone to say, I place something in your mouth, then you brought out worms, please, there are no worms that are eating up your teeth. So it's not correct. So it may be something else.
Wow, thank you very much for that, sir. So now these are the phone lines to call. 070-4700-0943. Once again, 070-4700-0943 or 090-1111-1943. Once again, 090-1111-1943. So these are the phone lines to call in case you have questions, you have anything to say about what we have been talking about. Oral health is key. All right, oral health is key. For those who know would know what I am talking about. So we just take a quick music break, and when we return, we get ahead. Don't go anywhere. It is still Harmon Kiddos Show time, and this segment is meant to educate our children, our family, on the importance and significance of family oral health culture. And we just started. It will continue by next week, Sunday, and really, you don't want to miss out on that.
To change the world, the magic is in you. The power to create and achieve anything, the mantle is with you. To change the world, you've got the passion to fly, reach for the skies. You've got the strength to believe, so you can try.
welcome back. It is still your amazing and favorite Kiddos Show, Harmon Kiddos Show Time, live at Harmon 94.3 FM, your favorite and one of the best radio stations in Southwest. All right, my name remains Daniel King, and so far so good. We've been a discourse about oral health, particularly family oral health structure, like culture, development, and all of that. And I have been playing host to my amazing dentist in person of Dr. Dr. Asika Chukuma. Now, there's a question that popped up in my mind while you were talking about some things, the do's and don'ts of oral health. You mentioned something about flux or fluxing. Please, some of our children listening, or some people, they will, what is fluxing? Please, can you just shed more light on that?
Okay, so when we wash our teeth, when we clean our teeth, we use a toothpaste and a toothbrush. We apply the toothpaste on the toothbrush. So usually that is for the surfaces of the teeth. So in between the teeth, that part of our teeth needs to be cleaned as well. So in between the teeth, we call it the interdental space. So in between the teeth, when we have food, food gets stuck in, food debris while we're eating, especially when we're eating meat or fish. So normally what we do, we try to bring it out. We use toothpick. That's a standard thing. So we are saying that do not use a toothpick. Over time, we have noticed that causes damage, a significant damage to the tissues around the teeth. So we use what is called a dental floss. A dental floss, spelled DENTALFLOSS. Dental floss is like a rope that goes neatly in between the teeth. Because what the toothpick does is that when it removes the food debris, it also has the capacity not just to damage the tissue, to expand that space such that the next time you eat, food will enter again. So it's like, a cascade. It keep occurring, keep removing, keep placing, keep expanding that space, and cause the damage continues. But when you use a dental floss, it removes the food debris, but yes, it does not expand. So the standard thing to use is a dental floss. In fact, it is correct to say that is the missing element, or the missing armamentarium, or the missing tool in our oral health tools. So toothbrush is popular, toothpaste is popular, a glass of clean water is popular, but a dental floss is popular. Very few people use a dental floss for their interdental cleaning.
Thank you very, very much, sir. While we await our callers to start calling in, there's this question or something I would really like you to shed more light on, and that is, how often should we visit a dentist for checkup? How often as family?
Okay, so as a family, we're supposed to visit our dentist every 6 months.
Wow.
Every 6 months. And that's 6 months. So two basic things we're supposed to do. When we get the dentist, we just check if there is any problem. We just check to examine. Then secondly, we're supposed to do something we call scaling and polishing. Okay. Scaling and polishing is a dental procedure we use to remove calcified food debris. So sometimes, many people, they don't brush at night before sleeping, or sometimes we may forget. Some of the food debris become calcified on the surface of the teeth, such that even when you brush, they don't go away. Wow. So it could attach on the surface of the teeth to cause oral malodor, to cause decay, and all of that. So during the visit that you do scaling and polishing, so those food debris and calcified food debris on the surface of the teeth, which you call the calculus and plaque, are neatly removed. And when we do that, we almost always would not have any dental problem. So it's better we go make an investment of our health on a preventive level than on a curative level. Because if some people say, I do not have time, but you see, when someone has a swelling and is in pain and didn't sleep, they would have time. The time would come out, and they will come knocking on the clinic and say, please, can you help me? So that's the idea.
Wow, thank you very much, sir. We just have, say, 5 minutes to go, but then it has actually been an amazing session with you. Thank you so much. But then I want to ask this question on behalf of our parents. We might be too shy to call in. Not everybody wants to have their voice heard on air and all. And maybe our parents are preparing for motherhood. Now, for babies, what do you have to say about, or what would you have to say about taking care of baby oral health. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Like what can you say about what kind of toothpaste, the proper toothpaste and toothbrush to be used, and how it should be done?
So our babies, of course, they are in different ages. For instance, when they are still born, the neonates, they don't have many teeth and all of that. So, but they still suck. They still, So but you have so they don't have a teeth here, but you could see the gum there.
Exactly.
And all that. So we could just use a napkin, a clean napkin to clean up the food debris. So from the childhood, you start preparing them, preparing their oral health from so you could start up with that. So over time, when they now have their teeth start coming out, you could now change it to a soft bristle toothbrush. The soft brushes are usually very small and the bristles are very soft. And also it is important to know that there are toothpaste for children. Toothpaste for children have low content of fluoride because of the rationale is that very small children, when you place anything in their mouth, they swallow everything.
Exactly.
You can't get them to spit
You're
out.
right.
Yes.
You're right, sir.
So they figured it out into their paste. So it's really minimal, so that even if they swallow it, it's fine.
Exactly.
It won't cause harm.
Sir.
So you could see they say milk teeth toothpaste. So you will see that on the shelf in the grocery stores.
Wow. So you have heard that, and at least you can start applying that. So anything as regards oral health related issues, family oral health related individuals and all, this is a segment we have packaged for you. So don't miss out on any of a series. Of course, we're going to have 2 more series before the close of this first segment, like it's the first season of this series. It's going to be every second Sunday of the month, live here on Almond 94.3 FM, Almond Kiddes Showtime on Almond 94.3 FM between 4 and 5 p.m. So before we get ahead, although we just have like few minutes to go, but then let's quickly take this music break, and when we return, we will still see or wait for our callers to call in, maybe say 1 call or 2, then we are good to go. Don't go anywhere. It is still Almond Kiddes Showtime live at Almond 94.3 FM, and my name remains Daniel King. Just you and me. And so far so good. It's been an amazing time out with Daniel King and my amiable guest in person of Dr. Asika Chukuma and brother Diolo in the house. Thank you for coming around. Thank you. Just say hi to our listeners.
Hi, good evening.
Okay, thank you. So it has been a discourse about family oral health clinic, all right, and how we can build a culture around that and have a very smooth running of our oral health, all right, because the new wealth now is health, good health, and that has always been our courage day in, day out. If you don't have good health or you don't enjoy good health, don't be able to do other things. That's the truth. So our lifestyle, as per our health lifestyle, is very, very key to our sustainable growth and development as individuals. And that is the essence or the essence of this segment we have brought up on this main show, Harmon Kiddos Showtime. And this week always come up every second Sunday, although we still have 2 more to go in this series. Thank you so much, Dr. Asika. Just say I just let him know that.
Okay, so thank you for being with us on this show this evening. I hope you will learn a thing or two. So if you have questions, if you have issues of concern, so feel free to call in, and probably in the next time we're going to be together, feel free to call in. So we want you to live healthy, we want you to live strong. So thank you very much. My name is Dr. Asika.
Thank you, sir. And so to show that we really do appreciate your coming, we know how busy your schedule can be, the station management, in conjunction with Daniel Kings Brown, that we are presenting you with this special but small gift. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
We do appreciate it's our culture that we honor our guests on the show. Thank you so much for coming. So till next week Sunday, we shall meet again. I want to say ciao ciao, and keep being fit and keep looking and doing very, very well. The sky is just your starting point, and definitely you're going to reach your goals. My name